Hey guys, real quick video here. I just want to show off my rock sliders. I bought these on eBay. Let me turn the camera. So yeah, these are just, I don't even remember the brand or who makes them, but they are just eBay rock sliders, rock rails, jack rails, whatever you want to call them. You can find them on eBay. And they're pretty basic. I think they were like 300 or 400 bucks. As far as I know, I think that's 1/4 inch steel. There's two options. You can actually get a thinner option than that, which, honestly, if you're just going for looks, I'd probably go for the thinner option. If you're actually planning on sort of functionally using these, I'd probably go for the thicker option. On my last Humvee, I had these giant rock sliders that stuck out a little bit. They went all the way under the floor pan, and they weighed about probably, I don't even know, like 400 pounds a piece. I mean, they were absolutely massive. Now, they were very effective at what they did. I wasn't a huge fan of the look of them, if I'm being honest. They had some weird fitment issues where they had a huge gap in the middle and no gap in the front and the back, and I don't know, it kind of had some weird issues with that. And then they were just so massively heavy, and you get a point where you really got to weigh your options. I mean, protecting the underbody is important, but if you're going to add 800 pounds to your rig, that's really going to hurt you off-road. So these are still fairly heavy. They probably weigh, I don't know, 40 or 50 pounds a piece, somewhere in that neighborhood. But that's much more reasonable. So anyway, all you got to do to put these on is you take a jack, really any kind works, any three of those would work. You jack them up, and two of them's better if you can get one on each side, and then you just drill holes in the Humvee, which is a little bit painful, and then you put your choice of hardware. They do not come with hardware, but you put your choice of hardware in. You go on the inside, put locking nuts or nuts with lock washers, and tighten it all down, and that's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. I would say if you take your time, it's an hour or two, probably not even that long. One thing I will recommend, unfortunately, the first time I put these on, I didn't realize this, but it wasn't up enough. So I jacked it up till it stopped. I'm like, oh, I'm good. And then I drilled all my holes and put it on. Well, it turns out I still had like another inch to go. They were just binding up in the rear here. So really make sure, get your fingers up under behind them carefully, probably not while it's under pressure, and feel the gap all the way across. The gap in the front was good for me, but then the back I still had like an inch gap, and unfortunately I drilled my holes and I had to go back, take it out, jack it up even further, and then re-drill holes, which is a bummer, but what do you do? As long as I'm running these rock sliders, no one will ever know, except for 13,000 subscribers on the internet now. But really make sure you take up that gap. I had to practically lift the Humvee off the ground for it to fully go up. And one way you'll know is in the front here, right there. You should have no gap there. And you go to the back, and you should have no gap there. But also, like I said, just reach under them and make sure that there's no gap all the way across. So it is what it is. Other than that, there's really no tips or tricks I can think of. I mean, have a decent drill bit, but it is just aluminum, so it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, they're pretty easy to install. It's pretty self-explanatory. So that's really all there is to it, guys. There's no floor pan protection. In my experience, not that big of a deal. You just don't hit your floor pan all that much. This little side piece kind of hangs lower, and now that the Humvee has a body lift, the chassis is going to hang a little bit lower as well. Floor pan hits are possible, but I'm not going to be doing super insane stuff with this thing. Be doing some hard trails, but nothing too crazy. So hope this was helpful. Hope it was informative. Hope you can give me a like and subscribe to my channel. But that's all I got to say about those rock sliders. thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.